Ray, you have the whitest teeth I've ever seen.
I don't know about that, but I do try to brush them, night, morning and night. So
Morning and
Way
night.
to make it awkward right
No, I'm
away,
just
Kristen.
saying he's got a lovely smile, and I was immediately like, wow,
thank you.
that's a great smile. So that's fantastic.
Thank you.
By the way, we're married,
I
Ray. What
appreciate
have
No,
you
that.
I
done?
know. That's why it's okay. It's all right.
Cool. Glad you're gonna meet him in person soon.
Well, we
Yeah,
are going to see you this Saturday at our parking lot pop-up concert. Have you ever been to the Pacific Northwest before?
I have. Yeah, I was actually on tour with Luke Combs and Ashley McBride there last year. Um, and we were supposed to play in uh, we were supposed to play, I think it was in Portland, and we didn't. We actually spent a day off there. We didn't get to play because Ashley couldn't play the show that night, and so she wound up canceling, rescheduling. But we did. But we had some other shows with Luke Combs down up through there. So
That's awesome.
Now, so did you meet in Nashville, Luke Combs, or did you guys kind of grow up together? Like, what's the story with you and Luke?
yeah, so I actually met Luke my third day in Nashville. So my third day in Nashville was May 15th, 2014, and I knew one person in town, and that person happened to have a guy from North Carolina staying on his couch for the weekend recording some music. And so I went over to his apartment, and it happened. That was Luke Combs. Before Luke was Luke,
Yeah, just a
as we
dude
know him
named
now.
Luke, but back then.
Just a dude named Luke, yeah, that wore cargo shorts and Crocs. So
So, how does it feel to have written like 4 songs for Luke and be a part of that journey with him?
it's been amazing. I mean, it's kind of crazy. We became fast friends. Then when he moved to town, we kind of just started writing. And obviously back then we didn't know, what it was going to turn into. But what it turned into was this rocket ship that he's kind of still on. And I think now, I mean, we've got like 22 songs recorded that he's recorded that we've written, and then 4 of those are number ones, which is, to kind of have a front row seat to that. It's been pretty wild.
Well, now it's your turn. Like, what were you
Yeah.
always trying to be an artist, or did you always want to be a writer?
Yeah. I moved to town to be an artist. And so I just kind of, the songwriting stuff just kind of happened. And, that's how things happen, right? It's like the thing that you're like holding on tightest to sometimes doesn't come to you when you want it to. But yeah, the songwriting thing, it just kind of happened organically, and with Luke and some other guys, and which I was, very and still am very, very thankful for. But finally I got my chance to do the artist thing. So
You've had a fascinating life so far. I mean, we were looking over your bio and you've done so many things like the National Barrel Racing Horse Association, and like you were a
right.
master of social sciences and education, also a car salesman. What do we need to know about buying cars?
Um, I always make the salesman go back to the sales manager at least twice to get the right price. You know what I mean? At least twice, make him go back. Um, and then you might even have to do the old bluff, or you might even have to leave, and then they'll call you and be like, "Well, we can do this," And so, if they say it's as low as they can go, they're lying. So most of the time,
That's awesome.
most of the
Good to
time,
know.
most of the time,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like, tell us
most
more
of the time.
about you. I mean, you've done all these amazing things. It feels like you've lived a whole lifetime, and you're still so young. So, why has music has always been a part of it for you?
Yeah, so music for me, I mean, I loved country music growing up, and all kinds of different music, but I never played music growing up, and that changed. I saw Eric Church play at Georgia Theater in Athens, Georgia when I was like 19. I was going to school there, and something about his show and something about his songs made me be like, and I want to do that instead of just like be a fan of, like, I want to do that. And so, I mean, that was back in 2007, and so it took me 7 years to get to the point where I actually moved to Nashville. But yeah,
Did nothing feel like music feels? Like, you did all these things. Like, did you love barrel racing as much as you love music, or has it always been like,
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
looking
I
for
think
that thing?
those other things always had kind of a season to them, and music felt like the thing that was my calling, my life's calling. So
Well,
That's awesome. Well, we're so excited to see you this Saturday at our parking lot pop-up concert. What's the
me too.
song that you're most excited to play for us live?
There's a couple songs off my debut record that I'm really excited to play, and one of them's called "Selling Cars," which is kind of it's like my story in a song, but it's also for kind of anybody that hears it, if it's a dreamer or a kind of a believer, uh, underdog kind of thing. They're gonna really, I think, gravitate to that one. So I'm excited about doing that.
And speaking of parking lots, where are you right now? You're in your car,
Oh
but
yeah, so
like,
I'm on my way to a songwriting session. And I stopped. I got here a little early, so um, yeah. Sorry about my being in my truck, but
no, it's
No, it's
funny. Yeah,
totally
yeah,
fine.
you're in a parking lot talking about parking lot concerts, so
That's
it's
right.
great. Yeah, and you're
right.
so who you writing with today?
Let's see who it is. Oh, Shane Miner. He's written a bunch of songs like "Beautiful Mess" by Diamond Rio. He wrote a couple Eric Church songs. He wrote one of the Luke songs called what's the one? Cold as You.
Oh wow, okay, so this should be fun.
Yep.
Is it songwriting for you, or you guys just go songwrite in general?
Well,
Like you just like let's sit
I
down and we
think
see what we come up with.
today is gonna be just kind of we'll write, and then today is not necessarily for me. I'm kind of not even in that mode yet, but you know, we just try to write the best song. And the way I write for me anyway is trying to write the best song, and then just kind of I'll get a feeling at the end like, hey, Matt, this might be something for me. And so it'll be, yeah, that kind of thing. We'll just go in and without really a a target, so to speak, and then just kind of see where that lands.
You just slap your hand on the table and go, dibs. I want
Right.
this.
I want this. Yeah.
That's how it works. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I know you're off and you're busy and you're doing stuff, but we can't wait to hang out with you this Saturday.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see y'all.
Well, thank you.